Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Sports Kabri with me, Aradhi and Rishi. Boys, with Delhi Capitals announcing Axar Patel as their captain for the 2025 IPL season, we have all 10 captains of the IPL teams, and I think it only calls like a small discussion on the captains and how they're going to perform. And yeah, I think for the purposes of this episode, we're just going to discuss some of these interesting ones. Right off the bat, bro, Rishi, let's talk Akshar Patel. Um, KL Rahul has reportedly denied captaincy. Again, we like not sure why, but are you surprised that KL did not want to be captain?
A little bit, yeah. Like it's not like his like captaincy was ever questioned. Like of course he had his rift with the previous owner and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, if again we don't know how true this is, or we don't know if it's actually true. So assuming that whatever we know is true, but it's come as a bit of a surprise because like yeah I'm sure he is part of the senior group, like leadership group, when it comes to the Indian team as well. It's not like this Lucknow was a failure also. Like yeah, he had, like, it was not his best stints with the bat, but I felt in Lucknow he did well. And captaincy also, at is I can't particularly say that okay he failed as a captain. And yeah, for him to turn it down in a new franchise, that it's a fresh start, and clearly the way things are looking, the ownership was like very supportive of him. Like Pat Jindal was coming out and speaking gloriously about him. So when you consider all that, it would have been a nice thing for him to take up the captaincy. And the fact that he hasn't is, yeah. But of course, if he wants to have a break from it, then yeah, good on him. But yeah, it does come as a bit of a surprise.
It's
Can't lie.
it's also more interesting that Delhi's first choice was not Akshar. Are we surprised that KL was the first choice or Akshar wasn't? Like any thoughts on that? Because I thought Akshar would be their choice just because of the fact that he's been at the franchise for so long and he understands like how it works. He knows some of the players who already played for the Delhi Capitals, and you've got of course like a lot of these India colleagues that he's got all at Delhi Capitals. So interesting that they wanted to go to KL itself. Like uh, although of course you can't really doubt his credibility. I think what out of the 3 seasons at LSG, twice they qualified, they made it to the playoffs. So like you can't really question it, bro. Like I don't think like he was ever like that bad or anything. But yeah, interesting one. I think Akshar Patel is
He
Delhi
was the
Captain.
captain of Punjab also, by the way. It's not only LSG.
And I
Just
think
to
even in
know that.
Punjab he was not too bad.
Zero trophies till now, but yeah.
But I you can't you need the team. Just because you're captain, you can't win trophies. You need the
Yeah,
team.
but still, I think he had a pretty good team, like
At
with
Punjab,
LSG.
I don't think he had a good team at Punjab.
Not about LSG.
LSG had a decent team. I wouldn't say he had a great team. Like it was a good team.
Bro,
It was not.
RCB
It was
qualifying
not
to
a
the playoffs
median
with
team.
RCB was qualifying to the playoffs with like an aged ABD. We didn't even have a bowling lineup at a point of time. We didn't have any spinners. And at a point of time, like look at LSG, they had a better squad. Like in the conditions of India, where you have to sit and have top spinners, they had like one of the best spinners out there, and like that Krunal Pandya, they had Ravi Bishnoi, they had a very good batting lineup with Stoinis, with Puran. I think they were stacked. KL Rahul. I don't even think RCB had these caliber of players. If you look at it, like
Bro,
we had guys like
there's
Will
any
Jacks
way you
coming
can.
out
I
playing
don't think
for
you can
us.
compare AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli to
No,
like
I'm
Stoinis
talking about
and KL
LSG.
Rahul.
I'm talking about LSG. Like my point is like with the team you had, you could have. Bro, if Hardik was able to win an IPL with GT, which far I think one of the worst sides considered to like win in terms of player names. Like I think any captain doesn't have like you have to be able to win. And I think going to the playoffs twice and losing it consequently, I mean, it shows that like what's the difference? Like is he a difference maker as a captain? No, like you're talking about someone like Shreyas Iyer, yeah, maybe sure, like he can be a difference maker as a captain because he's always had success everywhere he's gone as a captain, right? That's the point. Like with KL, he's never done it till now, at least. Like right from Punjab right from LSG. And yeah, like I think it's not that surprise. I was surprised for Delhi to go. I mean, to be fair, like what else? Like I wouldn't expect much from Delhi. Like another team that's always like had questionable decisions throughout the history of the franchise. But if you really want to be serious as a team and want to go try win trophies, etc., you need to try something new. And I think that was the point. And maybe it was fair enough for them to ask KL Rahul in terms of do you want to be the captain or not. First of all, doing that like with 1 week left itself shows that the seriousness of them taking this captaincy, because you had a squad in November time, not right like 1 week back. Like you had the time to discuss and get a captain like a long time ago. It was not like you didn't have a clear cut captain and you had to ponder about who could be the captain. It was very clear. Looking at this team, it was mostly KL. If he doesn't accept like how he did, you would go to Axar Patel because he's the only other guy, as you said, who's played for the franchise for almost the entire time. And also, he's the only one who knows his franchise well. And he's also the vice captain of Indian T20 team, if you look at it. So, like, there's no other leadership there. So, I don't know why Delhi took so much time in terms of, trying to figure out who the captain is. 1 week before, after the Champions Trophy, they're coming and asking Kelal, like, do you want to be the captain or not? And reports coming out now, like, just literally 1 week before the camp starts that, KL rejected the offer and whatever it is. Like, the point is, you have to, every team had the captain from a very long time. Like, you can't be a serious side and try to, like, search for a captain like 1 week before, the IPL starting.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think like he is a bad captain like per se or anything. Like although like LSG didn't win a trophy with LSG, he's still taking them to the playoffs consistently. Obviously means something. Like that way, I would just say
So you're
Virat
saying
Kohli.
now he's the reason LSG went to the semi-finals? Like, is that
No,
your
but
point?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying like you need a good leader, obviously, but I don't think it's down to the captain if you don't win the tournament. Like that's all I'm saying. And I don't think Virat Kohli's captaincy did not give RCB a trophy. Like for example, like that's not how it works. And that's the same with KL Rahul. I don't think it's his captaincy that didn't give LSG a trophy. Like
Yeah,
at
but
the end of the
like
day,
if
it
you,
is the
you
players.
want to
It
talk
was the,
about it, like
hmm.
every good IPL side have had the best captains who want to win. Like even if you say over the years of compounding all the 10 years of Virat's captaincy, you can say yeah, his captaincy didn't lead us to a victory. That's the point. Like with Dhoni, it's no fluke that they won 1 year with Dhoni and the next year without Dhoni, they the bottom of the table. Next year again, Dhoni comes back as a captain and again they win. It's just not a coincidence, right? Like
So
there
some
is
captains are
reasoning behind.
definitely going to be better than others, but it's not to say that KL was a bad captain because they didn't win. That's what I'm
No, I'm
saying.
not saying bad captain, right? Like for example, your franchise has not won a trophy till now, and you really want to win a trophy. The
Hmm.
point is like you have to try something new. There's no point of going back to something that's not worked. Like with KL, he's been in Punjab, he's been in LSG. You can say they're not the best teams, but you look at how it ended with LSG also. Like they were like, oh, this guy, I don't think he's gonna take us to the IPL dream we want, and we're ready to just let him go, and that's it. Like it was not like LSG were not sitting and being like, if you are a captain, we're going to fight for you and retain you and build a team around you. And same thing happened with Punjab to an extent, right? Like whatever it was, disagreement between him, Punjab, whatever it was, they were happy to send him back. And it's the same thing with any team. If you really want to win something, you have to look at proven names. Like even RCB to an extent, like they went back to Faf is because he is a proven guy. Like he has won a lot of tournaments as a T20 captain before, and he's won the IPL with like CSK. Like they went every
Which
team that
T20
tries.
tournament has he won now with as captain?
Bro, I'm sure he would have won
He's
something, bro.
not won Jack. He's not won anything like
Bro,
major tournaments. I'm
see,
talking about like IPL, like big
IPL
T20
is.
tournaments. With
But
South
the point
Africa,
is, he
obviously he has
was.
not won anything. We all know he has not won anything with South Africa, but we went to him.
Yeah, but
So
he
yeah,
would
but
have. Dude, the point is that when
I
he
think
came, he
very
was a.
recently he won with Durban or something, no?
Arey
Or did he
bro,
not?
Durban, even I'll go captain him.
That he didn't win. Like I think it was the Sunrisers Group One. It was not CSK.
Acha.
But yeah,
But
Arun
like
saying
when he came,
Delhi played the PR game well, but he's favor of Akshay too. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
another thing is that every team always goes with proven names in terms of winning. Like that's my point. Like even when it comes to Faf, he was very pivotal for CSK to win that. year, and he was very experienced at the point. Sorry.
Hmm.
You look at even Mumbai when they had to take out someone like Sachin, they went to Rohit, who were again had won the IPL. If you had to look at it, go back previously, like big. Every time you see any team that's won, it's
Rohit
always been
Sharma
the
won the IPL for the first time for Mumbai Indians as a captain.
Bro, that's the
no
thing. I don't think
second
it's
Charles I'm talking about.
bro, the captain thing is not a necessary. Like, if you go 2008, Shane Warne with Rajasthan Royals, not.
But Shane Warne is a proven winner throughout his career. Like you
So,
have to have
buddy,
proven
you
winners.
want a
Can be a
proven winner or
serial
you want a
winner and
proven
not be
captain?
necessarily be a good captain. A
Yeah.
proven winner
Dude,
doesn't
it
necessarily
matters,
like
bro. Like tell me one captain who's not. Tell me one
Adi, would you
captain
make
that's not been a
Ambati Rayudu the
proven.
captain of your team if you had him?
He's not a serial winner, Rahul. That's as simple
He's
as
got
that.
five IPLs, bro. Like, how
Yeah,
much
but
more serial winner he can?
he's been a part player in all these teams. It's not like he's a main player. You look at KL, he's a main player of your team. You're building a team around him. Mumbai Indians, they build a team around him. CSK, they build a team around him. Like you have to accept that. Like it's not even
Nah,
with
bro.
Rajasthan.
I don't think it's
Okay, can you
that.
tell me one captain that's like been a proven winner, not been pivotal to the team, and like as a captaincy, it's not been a game changer.
Bro,
Look at
you're giving
every.
me so many contingencies. Obviously,
It's
you're not
not, bro,
because you're
bro.
giving me so many contingencies. I can't sit and
How
say like I can't go through every single list and be like, bro,
in
at
IPL
the top of my
it's
mind,
simple, da. It's very
dude.
simple in IPL.
Bro, my point is at the end of the day, if you've gotten captaincy, that means obviously you're a good player. Like they grade you
No,
as a. There's
bro,
never
it's
going to be a
different.
player who is some random bit part player who becomes captain. That doesn't
It's not
happen.
about being a good, as Rishi said, if you're a good player, it doesn't mean you're a good captain. My point is, if you want to be a serial winning team, you have to have serial winner players as captains, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
Look at all the captains who won an IPL in in the past 15
Rohit
years. Tell me
Sharma was
one
never a
captain
serial winner. That's the point he's
who
making. Rohit Sharma, when he won
who
the IPL, he was not a serial winner.
bro
and
he had one.
he was not a
He had won
clutch
nothing.
player for
Wait,
decade
he had
charges
in
as well.
2007. My point is, as a player, you have to be a serial winner. I'm not saying as a captain itself. Like all these captains
Bro,
have been
that's what I'm saying.
serial winners as
2007,
players.
2007, where was Rohit Sharma a big player? He was not.
Bro, he was literally clutch innings in the finals. What you talking about?
Bro, are you
Rohit Sharma was
are you saying Rohit Sharma played a more pivotal role in India's victory than Yuvraj Singh, than
in the
Gautam
finals.
Gambhir,
Bro,
than
did you
Mahender
understand? I
Sehwag,
said
than
finals.
or everyone else? You're saying, bro, now obviously in
Bro.
11.
I'm not saying that. You imagine, bro. 2007 finals, Rohit Sharma had a clutch innings. 2009 IPL finals, Rohit Sharma had a clutch innings. Great, even the run out a catch. He's been a proven winner before. I'm saying he has won trophies before.
Bro,
Look at who was the captain of. As you said, first year it was Shane Warne who was the captain. He's a proven serial winner. Dhoni, serial
bro, the
winner.
point is you will
Rohit
go to the
Sharma
big
has
player.
won.
Nobody is going to
No,
go to a player who has not played enough cricket as captain. It doesn't happen. That's the
it
point.
has happened. Like my point
Where?
is, it's
Who?
happened. Like
Who?
Virat Kohli, when he was a captain, he was never a captain before. Like look at Gill right now; he's not
You
played
don't have
enough.
to be. I'm not saying you have to be a captain before. I'm
Virat Kohli
saying,
was under 19 World Cup winning captain.
Bro, under 19 World Cup winning captain, even Prithvi Shaw was. It's not like that's going to translate
bro, the
into your
point
men's
is,
cricket
Adi,
game.
the point is that even if you were like, it doesn't matter. If you're becoming a captain, that means you have some pedigree already. It's a given.
Exactly. That's my
Yeah, so
point.
that is a given. So
My whole
you can't ask for
My point is, where does the
non-seasoned
pedigree come under
captains.
KL Rahul? Like in terms of a winning culture, that's my point. And I'm talking about all the greats right now. Whoever has won the captain in IPL have all been great captains and players, and they've been serial winners as players also. Tell me one player who's captain a team who's not a serial winner, and then I'll agree. Like I'll try to get it. Like even Hardik Pandya when he won with GT, he had already won 4 IPLs. You look at Gambhir, he had
Shreyas
won the
Iyer
World Cup. He's won both
was
World Cups.
captain with
Who?
KKR. Shreyas Iyer, where was your serial winner?
He's literally, bro, he's won five
Uh,
trophies in the past five, like year. And it's like he's
in the
literally
past
won trophies
five,
before.
where?
In this year, he's won 5 trophies, bro. It's
Not
not
this
like
year
he's
when he
not
became
winning.
when he won the IPL.
When he won
Before
the
that, where did he
IPL.
win?
He won the IPL in the first year, so I can't even sit and say he's not been a
So
serial
that's
winner,
the
bro.
point. That is exactly the point then. That means you don't need a serial winner to be a captain.
Bro, but Iyer used to was captaining even Mumbai to like trophies. Like it's not that he just became a captain of IPL
Now
team and
you're
went.
Adi, now you're flipping this. 1 second, you're going
How?
to
How am I
domestic.
flipping?
You're saying
How am
under
I
19
flipping,
under
bro?
19 World Cup
Oh,
winning
okay, are you
captain is
wait, wait,
not
wait. Are
okay.
you
But
telling
you're
me
saying okay, domestic captain is fine. How
no,
does
bro?
that
It's
go?
domestic match, bro.
No, but
Tell me
I
where
don't
does
know.
no,
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 but
no,
even
actually
even
I want to try
domestically,
to
bro.
understand.
Even domestically, like I don't.
Tell me where
Shreyas
Shreyas Iyer has
How
not
how
won
many
before.
Syed Mushtaq Alis? I don't even know like if he was. I don't know about this, but I don't know. Genuinely don't know
He
how many
literally won
Syed
this year,
Mushtaq
bro.
Alis
I
he's led
smart.
Mumbai to.
Regardless, he won it this year, Rahul, for example. It's like it's proven.
Does
He's a
it? And the
proven
point
winner.
is, at the time of appointment, it doesn't matter if he wins now. We're talking about the time of appointment. Is he a serial winner or not? He was not a serial winner at the time of appointment. It's simple.
Bro, he at the moment he still is a serial winner. I can't sit and say he's not a serial winner. Like the whole point is every
No,
captain
oh my
who
God,
has won
Adi,
has been a serial
it's
winner.
about the time of appointment. Now you're making like daft comments. Like if at the
Oh,
time of appointment he needs to be a serial winner. That's the conversation we're having. How does it
bro,
matter if
but
he's
all
won
my
trophies
point
now?
is up. Bro, he's only played two. He's played once for Delhi, he's played domestic cricket, he's played for India. My point is
Okay.
in these three areas, he's been a winner in some form of like cricket. Like whereas
Where?
bro, I'm telling you, he's won trophies with Mumbai. Why are you saying where? Like my point is he's
Okay.
won trophies. If he's playing domestic cricket he's going against KL Rahul in the domestic format. He's still able to win the domestic format when
Okay.
he's playing.
So by this
After that,
logic,
where does he?
because Karnataka has won Ranji Trophy, Robin Uthappa would have been a good captain according to you.
Dude, that was not my point. My point was first you need to have serial pedigree of winning if you want to be a successful captain. That's my whole point. My point is not just if you're winning, you're supposed to be a captain. That's what I said. My point is if you're having the pedigree to win, you've done it before, you're gonna instill a winning culture in your franchise. Is KL going to come into Delhi and instill a winning culture? No. My whole point is when you look at Adam Gilchrist, when you look at Shane Warne,
But
when you look
why
at
not?
Dhoni,
He's a
because he's never won
he's
to
a
say I'm a
Champions
winner, I'll
Trophy
put in that
winning. He won
mentality.
the Champions Trophy with India.
Where?
What
As a
what when was
part-time
that?
player, I don't think that's a winning
How
mentality,
part-time
bro.
player?
KL Rahul was the last batting option for India. It was not like
Okay,
he was there pivotal.
He scored runs in the final. He scored runs in the semi-final. And you're saying he's a
He
part-time
didn't
what?
score runs in the semi-final final. 20 runs is not being the pivotal
40
area of
40 odd
winning.
runs in both
He was
innings, but
scoring 30 when the
40
innings
odd
was
runs
very
in
50 or
both innings
55 ball.
and finishing off games. And but okay.
I'm sorry, but again, it doesn't show throughout his 15 years, 10 years, whatever of his playing career, he's not been a serial winner. And my point is, if you're going to be a serious franchise, you have to get in serial winners. And my whole point is, if a guy like Sherman comes into your dressing room as the captain, if a guy like Dhoni comes into your dressing room who's the captain, if a guy like Rohit Sharma comes into the dressing room who's the captain, you always are going to change the culture of the team. Now, can I say the same with KL? It's never done before, so I can't say he's going to do it. That's my simple point. Like, as a franchise, if you're looking, okay, who is the player I can take and I actually build a culture here and want to win, I'm not going to say KL is the best option. Like if the point is, if he really, as you say, was the best captain out there, he would have accepted the captaincy role and tried to win
So
a
what do you
trophy. Like
mean?
the
That's
whole
a
point is
personal
him not
choice.
being ready to even
That's a
be
personal
captain.
choice. You don't have
Exactly.
to.
That just shows that you don't have the leadership material, Rahul. That's my whole
Okay, so
point.
Virat Kohli is not leadership material then.
Bro, he when he got his chance, he took it forward, and right now he only stopped being the captain because he was also taken out from the captaincy of the Indian team. For him, it's like if I'm not the captain of the Indian team, there's no point of me captaining any other side. It's not like
Why?
he stepped down, bro. What do you mean? Why he was kicked out of captaincy? Now, what do you mean? What can
No,
I
he
say,
was never kicked out of RCB captaincy, right? This is completely different.
bro? For
The
him,
people
it's
you're
like
dealing with are completely different. How is it okay for KL Rahul? How is it not okay for KL Rahul to say no, but Virat Kohli, it's okay for him to say no? Like that doesn't make sense.
it does because he was taken out of the captaincy in the Indian team. Later on, he's like,
Okay, but
bro, I
what
don't
does
want
that
to.
have to do with
What has
IPL?
Indian team got to do with
Bro,
this?
that's his personal choice. At the end of the day, bro, are you okay?
Oh,
Okay,
now that's so now
So
we're
one
talking
second. So
personal
how is
choice.
it KL's is what is it not personal choice?
that's my whole point, Rishi. I'm not saying it's a personal choice or not. My point is, if someone comes and tells me KL Rao is a good leader, he can help a team win a IPL. He should be first thing of a leader, in my opinion, is when the responsibility comes, I'm ready to take it. Look at Rohit Sharma, look at Dhoni. Bro, even Dhoni took out his captaincy. He was kicked out of his captaincy or like whatever. He stepped down of captaincy. Jadeja was the captain. It didn't work out in the middle of the season. He took captaincy. He's like, okay, fine, I'll come back, step into captaincy. Next year, they went and won. If you're the captain, you're ready to take the opportunity. It's not even Dhoni stepped down as the captain of the Indian team. It's not that he was still not a leader. My point is, if there came to a chance, okay, I have to take lead a team, have to win. It's not like they're going to run away from that grind, bro. They're going to come back. If, for example, even this year, Virat was really needed by the franchise, he would have come back. That's the whole point. The
But they
point is,
asked him.
They didn't ask him.
The
no,
rumors are
who
that
said they asked him? No
the
one
rumors
said.
are that they
So
asked
No,
how
him.
do you know they asked KL?
rumors, exactly
Yeah.
How
rumors.
they
So
asked
That's
how
my
do you
KL?
point.
know? How do you know they asked KL Rahul?
We are talking about rumors, but the whole point is if he
So
really
then
wanted to
that's
be.
what I'm saying. That's exactly the point.
So now
Bro, there
the
was
same
no
rumors
rumor.
were
Bro,
going
there
to
was literally
assume.
no. There was no. Bro, you're mixing two things. There was never any rumor saying Kohli rejected being
There
the
was,
captain of
but okay,
RCB.
there was,
Yeah,
Show
there
me
there
that.
was.
was,
Can you please send me a
there
link of
was.
it right now? Can you
Yeah,
please send a link of
I'll
it?
send
It
it
was
to you.
never. It was always that
Send it
RCB
to you.
management
I'll send it to
chose
you.
Rajat Parira because they wanted him to be the captain. It was,
Okay.
bro, there was never. Bro, let me tell you, before IPL, there was a rumor saying Virat is going to be the next captain. So how did it go from Virat wants to become the next captain? I remember I can show you guys that article where it said Virat wants to come back as captain versus in 3 months saying Virat doesn't want to be the captain. It doesn't make sense. Please don't tell me it's the same thing as someone being offering you the role and you rejecting it. It's two different things. It's literally two different things. It's not the same at
Bro,
all.
at the end of the day, we don't know any of this is true or not. The point is, at the end of the day, there were rumors, even Virat Kohli, at the time of
There
the
was no
captain.
rumors of Virat Kohli saying he rejected, bro. There's not one article till now
Okay.
that said he
Okay,
explicitly said
Adi. Then
RCB offered
okay,
him a
is
job as
Virat
the
Kohli
captain and he
not
rejected.
okay? Okay, fine. Leave RCB, bro. He was definitely handed Delhi captaincy. Why did he turn it down?
Who?
Virat Kohli
What Delhi captaincy? What
for
do
the
you mean
Ranji
Delhi?
Trophy. He turned it down. But all
Bro,
good
that is
leaders
I think that
take
is
it down.
right because he's bro, are you saying a player who doesn't play with the team, comes for one match and suddenly becomes the captain? That's not how it
No,
works.
but at the end, no, but
Look, bro, wait, bro, look
the
at
point
Ranji
is,
Trophy and Mumbai
the
Indians.
point is, if you're a
Stop
point is, if you're a
switching
good
things,
leader,
bro.
you'll take on any
Wait,
challenge.
now you're the
Like
one who's being dapped because if
no,
you
but
had to think about it,
if you're the best leader in the world, you're ready to take on any challenge.
who told Virat Kohli is the best leader in the world?
Okay, if
Again,
you're a good leader, if you're a good
I
leader, you're
literally
willing to
critique
take on any
Virat
challenge.
saying at the end of the day, if you have to win an IPL, you have to be a good captain. And Virat's not done that. I'm not sitting and saying he's the best T20 captain here, Rahul. That's not my point.
I
You
never
want to
said
say
you said that, but yeah.
exactly so you're trying to tell why is Virat not the captain? Again, I have my own things with Virat and being the captain. It's not like I'm sitting here and supporting him saying he has to be the captain of RCB. When you asked me also, I said I don't think he should be the captain of the RCB. It's the same reason. Like if you're not right there, if you're not done much for the T20 franchise and you're not won the T20, you have to go somewhere else. You have to find a different direction. It's the same thing with Virat. The same thing with KL. I have no differences. Like if you comes to that opinion, even when you asked about Virat, I was happy with someone else coming in being the captain, trying something new. It's the same thing with KL. If he's never done it, and he's never been a guy, is he a leader guy like where he's like, okay, I'm going to come in, be serious, like get the group together, put in a winning culture, especially with a team where they've never won. How can I get a guy who's never won anything and say, okay, this guy's going to put in a winning culture? I've never seen it before. And as a captain, like any franchise, like they always go for the surety. Like even with SRH, they got in Cummins, they immediately put him as a captain. They didn't do anything else. Like tell me one captain that doesn't go away like that. Like it's always like that. And
Bro, I just
as
gave you
a,
a
as a
number of
franchise,
examples, but let's move on from this because
you've still not given me a number of
I literally
examples.
told you
Like
Virat Kohli and Virat Kohli. There, I'm reading rumors. Like I can
what
give
is
you
Virat Kohli
specific
won,
details.
Rahul? Like I see one in IPL.
1 second. For Shreyas Iyer to captain, it's okay to win with Mumbai. For Virat Kohli, who's a World Cup winner, who's a T20 World Cup winner, it's not okay.
Bro, but my point is he's done IPL before. It's not worked out for him. That's my point. Like he's captain the Indian side, he's captain the IPL. It's not worked out for him as a captain. Why do you want to go back to it? That's my little point. Like with Virat also, I'm critical in that
No,
sense.
my point
And
is
I
I'm
always
talking about objectively as leaders. Do you think Virat is not a good leader then?
he's a good leader, but my whole point is if
Now,
I
brother, now where this
bro,
is, I
I
don't know
never
where
said
this is
KL
going.
is not bro. The whole point is I never said KL is not a good leader. My point is
Hmm?
Delhi, RCB, who's never won an IPL trophy, they've tried and tested with Virat. It's not worked out with him. Why are you going back to Virat when it's not worked out with him? They've seen KL Rahul. He's had tremendous amount of opportunities as a captain to go do it. He's not done it. Now he's gotten a chance and he's rejected. So where is the idea coming that you know KL Rahul is a good captain? He can lead a franchise to a trophy. It's never happened before. So you
Because it's
can't even make.
simple. Because it's simple. At the end of the day, you winning a trophy is not on the captain alone. There are a number of reasons that contribute to not winning a tournament. It doesn't have to be the captain alone.
I
A
agree,
captain
but
might be good. He might be the best captain in the world, but you might still not end up winning the tournament. That happens.
But
That happens.
but
It's
bro, I'm
common.
sorry to tell if you're the best captain in the world, you still get a chance to win. And all the best captains in the IPL have always tried and gone and won. Like if it's the first time and try, fifth time and try, they've always done it. Even Virat Kohli, you look at it, he's had 9 years of captaincy. It's not like it was 3 years, 2 years, where he had a short-term amount of time. Like Rohit Sharma had a lot of time, bro. Like you can do it with a lot of amount of time. It's not like you can't. Even Gambhir had a lot of time. Gambhir came into KKR side, which was literally a joke in IPL. His captaincy transformed the side. His captaincy led them to win 2 IPLs. I'm not going to sit and say captains don't matter. Look at Dhoni again. I'm coming back to it. CSK put in Ravindra Jadeja as a captain. They were literally last that season. Next season he comes in and they win. It's not a
No,
coincidence.
that's
The captain has a major
I
ability to
think
win it.
of course like people like Dhoni are probably the exception to this rule,
It
but
is not
in
like you
general
look at
there is
any
no
serial
guarantee
winner.
that if you appoint this guy as your captain that you will win. Like I've
Bro,
seen
it is
Steven Smith.
Rahul, it's
I've
not
seen
guaranteed,
Steven
but
Smith.
as you said, you're giving your best chances with the best captains out
Yeah,
there.
so
Like
are
that's
you
not
saying you're saying Axar Patel is a better chance than KL Rahul right now?
no, I didn't say that at
Okay,
all.
then who should be Delhi
But my
captain?
point is with Akshat Patel, you're trying out something new which hasn't been there before. My point is with Kerala, he's got a chance. He had 5, 6 years of IPL captaincy. It's not only 1 year, 2 years where he needed more time. That's what I'm trying to come back to. It's like I'm not saying even with RCB, we've gone with Patel. I'm not saying that's the right thing, but I'm saying it's something new. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, we have to try something new. That's my whole point. Why are you going back to something that's never worked out well for you? That's the literal point of it. Like, would you want Virat to be the captain of RCB? I wouldn't want it because it's not worked for us. Like, he's still playing for us as a player. Great, let him play. But as a captain, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want to do that? Right? Like, it just for me at least it doesn't.
No, I mean for me like it doesn't matter. Like I would have ideally gone back to Virat anyway. Like from an RCB perspective, it's just me simply because like I don't think like the captaincy thing is going to make that much of a difference. I
Then why does it
genuinely
matter if Virat's the captain if captaincy doesn't matter?
because just in terms of like the energy that he brings on the field is
He's
necessary
going
for
to
the
do that
captain to
regardless,
succeed.
right? If he doesn't have an
No, but
armband or if he's
I
just
think
standing there,
of course, when you're the captain, you have a little more say. Probably put yourself in the infield. You're a little more engaging. That's it. Like, and I just think for me, like Virat Kohli, it resembles everything RCB is. Like in terms of like
what is RCB?
he's basically the face of RCB, and I would want somebody like that to be captain of my team. That's just me personally. It's a
But
personal
again,
perspective.
like
I don't think
if
captaincy per se like matters that much, but just to represent the team,
so, are you telling
it
me
should be
every
Virat
team
Kohli.
that IPL has won till now, like the captain didn't matter? Like just trying to
I
understand.
literally told you, I answered this question where I said,
You're
yeah,
saying
Dhoni
captains don't
probably.
matter,
I think Dhoni has been the exception to the rule. I think Rohit
but
Sharma as
no, like
Mumbai captain,
bro, like
even
even
if
KKR,
anybody else was Mumbai captain, they would have won those trophies.
I don't believe so, bro. Like
Okay,
I can't lie,
again that's what
bro.
I'm saying.
Like
That's a personal
every
opinion.
Mumbai players come out and said, bro, if you want to put that, you're saying Mumbai would have won any trophy without like Rohit Sharma, right?
I'm saying they would have
Rohit,
won they would have won those trophies even if he was not captain.
okay, let me give you an example. In 2023,
Now, like
there were
that, it's very convenient to say that Dhoni was not all that great for Chennai. Like you put spinners in a spinner-friendly track. You're having rank turners. You're having batters who are good in facing spinning tracks. What is
bro, bro.
necessarily
I
I'm
don't
just
what has
even,
talking
Dhoni
about
necessarily
in
brought?
terms of the best players. I think Mumbai had the best players. Like they always had the best players.
bro.
You go back,
Let
you
me
had
tell you
Bumrah and Malinga in the same team. You had Kyron Pollard, who was
We
probably
won IPLs
one of
before
the.
Bumrah also, Rao.
I
exactly,
agree, but I'm saying that at that point you had Malinga. Like that's what I'm saying. You had probably the best
bro. Rahul,
bowler of that
I'm sorry.
generation. You moved on to Bumrah, who's also the best death bowler of his generation. You
Okay,
also
tell me
had.
when.
Huh.
Okay,
Let me
okay,
tell
okay.
me
One
when.
second, one second, one
Wait, wait,
second.
wait,
Adi,
wait,
Adi,
wait, wait.
let
One
him
second.
complete.
I just
I
want.
want to hear everything he says. Yeah, okay. Malinga and then Bumrah, the best,
Bumrah
probably the
probably
best.
the best death bowlers of the
Okay.
generation. I This is my personal opinion. I think the biggest thing for you to win an IPL trophy,
Hmm.
like if you don't have the wicket to support you, is your death
Hmm.
bowler. And with that death bowler, like towards the back end, if you can get 2 or 3 overs from them, that's like gold. Like that is it's invaluable. And then on top of that, you have the batting, bro. Like you've always had the batting. Rohit Sharma, Kyron Pollard. In the recent years, you've had Surya Kumar Yadav, like who has been really good. Uh, all these guys who are just explosive at the top. Like it's always been that case for Mumbai. Even Sachin Tendulkar towards the latter years was still pretty decent. And then you had, bro. I can go on naming players, Mumbai players. Like when you had like, bro, I don't know, Aiden Blizzard who used to open the batting. Dwayne Smith was very explosive for Mumbai at the top. I thought Dwayne Smith was
Like
very
that, we had Lendl Simmons. Like we're
Lenny
just.
Simmons was good for Mumbai. I
I
genuinely
know,
think
I know.
Lenny
I'm not.
Simmons
I know.
was
I'm
good.
not saying that.
Yeah,
The
that's my
same way,
point.
I can portray RCB's batting also as the best batting
Exactly.
that the world has ever
You see,
seen.
that's exactly my point. My point is Mumbai had the death bowling to go with it. and somebody like a Malinga to go with it,
Bro, but
RCB never
I
had.
see. I wait, guys, guys.
RCB had probably the greatest T20 batter of all time, or probably the most all format like the best all format batter of all time, who's literally come and slapped the living crap out of Malinga and Bumrah. I've not seen anyone take on Bumrah and Malinga like AB de Villiers has.
I
He's come
agree.
out and
Yeah.
single-handedly won games for RCB that were pretty much decided that they were over. So if you're saying you okay, we have death bowling, fine, we've had death bowling. Of course, nobody's denying. But at the same time, you've had arguably the most explosive opener in the T20 format in Chris Gale. You've had probably the
Yeah.
best one down batter that India has ever seen for T20s in Virat Kohli.
Bro,
You've had the arguably the best T20 batter that the world has ever seen. He can come. I'm pretty sure if he came opening, he can play opening as well. AB de Villiers. So I can spin the narrative to say that okay, RCB has had a decent side.
Yeah, but here's
So
the difference. The difference at the
bro,
end of
bro.
the day is this: is that
I don't agree,
at
Rahul.
the end of the day, it is that 3-4 on a flat wicket, which the Chinnaswamy has been like traditionally in a small ground. It is that quality bowling that will win you games, and RCB has never had that. You can even I'm again like I'm no
you've had
bro,
your
AB
Mitchell
de Villiers.
Starks.
AB de
You've
Villiers.
had
Chris Gayle. You think Mitchell Stark is one of the best death bowlers in the world in T20 cricket?
Bro,
No,
tell me
I don't think
who
so.
was okay. Rahul, wait. Firstly, you can't. I don't agree with that because look at KKR, look at Gujarat when they won the IPL. They didn't have great bowling or death bowling. Okay. Secondly, when we come talk about Rohit Sharma, I think we all know about it. Do you remember when Rohit Sharma became the captain of Mumbai Indians? It was in the middle
2020.
of the season.
Yes. Okay.
First of all, where the team was struggling to win, by the way. It was
Okay.
not that he became the captain of some team that's already won a lot of IPL titles and some big team, right? He became the captain in the middle of the season and he won the IPL in that same season. So you
Okay.
can't sit and tell me, and he took over Ricky Ponting again, a guy who's has so much experience. So you can't sit and tell me anyone could have won an IPL with Mumbai Indians. I don't agree with it. Like whatever I have with Rohit Sharma right now as a captain, with his IPL pedigree, I think he's the only one who's won 6 IPLs. He's the only one who's led a franchise. He's the only one who led the franchise to 5 IPLs. Without him, they've not won any IPL. And even look at 2023 with the same team, they were playing. They came what third in the IPL that year. Same team next year. Adding Hardik Pandya into the power, they finished what second last year. So I'm not going to sit and say the captain doesn't play an important role in IPL and anyone can captain any team and win it. Even with
That's
Gambhir, bro, it's
exactly
the
what my
same
point
thing.
is. I never said that captain is not important. I just said that the captain is not as important as I feel like it is
Bro, but
portrayed. Like, I
Mumbai had
don't
the
think
same team last year. Why couldn't they win it or like go at
who,
least qualify? Like, why
who,
couldn't they? Mumbai
it's
they had
down
the
to the
best bowlers.
players. The players have to perform at the end of the day. Like it's cricket is
And
as much a team sport as it is also individual. Like if you don't do your
bro, but
individual stuff right, you're not going to win games. If you don't
but
bowl the 4 overs right, you're not going to win games. That's it's as simple as that. Wait, did Mumbai have Bumrah last year? I don't actually
Rahul,
yeah,
remember.
Rahul. So
they had the
so
same
Bumrah
team.
had, if I'm not wrong, I think last year or last year, we were pretty bad in both years. Bumrah was the most economic bowler in all of IPL.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. That's what I'm saying. That it is down to the players because at the end of the day, you didn't have the four bowlers to bowl with him. And traditionally, Mumbai have had that. Like they've always had good bowling. It's the same with KKR. You go over the like KKR's
We were having
best
players like Mitchell McClenaghan, who was quite expensive. He was, and we
bro.
were winning IPLs with him.
When was this, Rishi? Like when was this Mitchell McClenaghan story? Some long.
2021, no.
This is
Yeah.
really
No, this is not even as.
no.
It
But
was,
my
I think it
point
was the
is,
COVID
dude,
IPL.
it's. I'm not saying Rohit Sharma is not a good captain for
No,
Mumbai Indians. I
but
am
my point
simply
is,
saying
tell
is
me,
all I'm simply saying is Mumbai Indians with the quality of the team they had, I think that came first always. Like it is the
but
quality of the
that's
team
not
that won
true.
these competitions, not the captaincy.
But
In
bro, that's not
Chennai's
true.
case, it's a little different. That's what I
No,
mean.
but that's my point. If Rohit Sharma took a team that couldn't win the first half of IPL, the same team he took them to win the IPL. Don't tell me anyone could have won 5 IPLs with the same team. That's my point. Nobody would have won 5 IPLs
Okay,
with the
and
same team.
I
Like,
rephrase. I don't think it's not a case of anyone would have won it. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, I think the contribution to Mumbai winning those titles is more the players than the captain.
bro, okay, Rishi, are you? Okay, can I ask you, like, bro, if the same team was captained by KL Rahul or Ishan Kishan or someone like that, do you think you guys would have won 5 IPLs? Like, can I just ask you that?
No, I don't think if like it's as simple as that. You can just replace Rohit Sharma and
Exactly.
just place any other figurehead position and we're gonna win. Like I definitely feel a captain has his say, and you can't just say okay, you give them a stacked team. I'm not gonna sit and argue like for any format. I don't think if you take Ricky Ponting out, that Golden Australian side had every player probably pound for pound the best players in their positions. I still don't think if you replace Ricky Ponting with some random XYZ player, he's gonna they're gonna come and give them that golden run. Like I don't think, yeah. So you can have a good side, but ultimately you need a good leader to complement that. Like okay, like
Exactly. And
a team can take you that far. A team can take you quite far. Individual performances can take you quite far, but for you to win a tournament, you can't just like players can't keep carrying you throughout. Like at some point or the other, your captaincy will come clutch, and that will actually filter. But that being said, yeah, I don't necessarily think that KL Rahul is, yeah. Coming back to the topic of DC, like I don't think he's necessarily. It's fair to label him as a failure of a captain or a bad captain per se. But yeah, again I don't agree with Rahul in the sense that like that Mumbai Indians side or the Chennai Super Kings side, you take these guys out, you take Dhoni out, you take Rohit Sharma out, and you place them, give it to anybody else, and they're also winning like these many IPLs.
No, that I said Dhoni. I don't think that's the case. I think Dhoni definitely like was that one exception in the sense that the captain played a huge role. Just in like again, this is me just looking at the way he operated, the way he always worked angles, all the way like always worked around his bowlers. It was very smart at times. Like
that
I can't
means
like
like
tell you.
captains, but same Dhoni role. Every captain does that, right? Even Rohit Sharma does that. Gautam Gambhir does that. Even
No,
Shreyas Iyer did
I've
that.
not seen it
Hardik
like
Pandya also did that with.
I've just not seen it to the extent that what like that Dhoni used to do from any other captain. I don't think anybody has come close. Just because like they've won the same number of titles, I don't think it's the same stature that say like Rohit Sharma holds to Dhoni in terms of captaincy. But
Why
yeah,
though? Like that
I
doesn't
just
make
think
sense again.
for me, I just genuinely think that Mumbai was made by the players. Like it was the players that genuinely made that team. But
No,
anyways,
but
let's
Rahul,
let's
again,
move
my
on.
question is if you're saying Mumbai were the same players made by, only the players, them performing is the reason they won.
Rahul,
I
Again,
never
same
said only.
question.
That's what I'm saying.
Sachin,
I didn't say
Sachin,
that it is the
like
players more than
like
the captain. Huh?
Sachin was like as in the captains changed mid-season. By the way, after a terrible start.
I know. I remember that
So
it
how
was changed
much?
It
So
was
mid-season.
Ricky Ponting.
how much of it is? And we went on to win the IPL that year. So how
I
much of it is
agree.
down to players carrying? Why didn't the players carry the
Exactly.
team under
I
Sachin's
agree.
captaincy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, fair enough. Like that IPL, I'll give it to him. But I still think the majority of the IPL season that you won,
Bro,
it came down to him.
I remember the Pune Warriors game where they won the IPL. I think huge credit goes to like Rohit Sharma, the way he captained that game.
We were
I remember
we were defending 100 less than 130.
130 or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And I remember that, and I'm like, okay, like, bro, the way they won it, especially Steve Smith was in great form that day, and he got out to a silly shot in the last two
but
overs.
Steve Smith was scoring some ODI innings. I remember.
Bro, but the state was like, it was, bro, in the
Yeah,
last two overs, it was very close. It was like run a ball, if I'm not wrong. I remember this, and Steve Smith was the only batsman there. And I remember, like, bro, I think you need to be a great captain to be decisive in these moments. And like every captain I've seen win an IPL, they've been decisive, bro. Like that's the problem with Virat Kohli. He's not been decisive in the like little important moments. Like even Gautam Gambhir, he transformed KKR, bro.
Yeah,
A
but
team
like
that never won.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I just think if your team is good, you will be a successful captain. But if your
But
team
that's
itself
not
is not
true, bro. Like,
of the standard, you're not going to be like that
bro,
successful.
then like look at. I'll just give you an example. I don't agree with that. Just for example, I'll take you back to the World Cup, bro. That's the easiest example I can give you where I actually value the captain most in a cricket team. If you look at that game, in like coming into the entire World Cup, India played Australia before. They smashed Australia the first game they played in the same World Cup. Last game, Australia outplayed them, like literally outplayed them. Any other day, if whoever else was the captain, I don't think Australia would have won that. Like I 100% sure Australia wouldn't have won it. Only reason the Cummins was there, he was ready to take his team. He was like, bro, I'll be the front of everything. I'll make statements out there. I'll back it on the field. I'll make sure you guys do the same thing. That's the reason they won the World Cup, and that's as simple as that.
No,
The
that's
only
what I'm
reason they
saying.
won
Like
the World Cup was because of a captain. Again,
this
I
is
go back.
totally different format. Like I think ODI
What?
cricket and Test
Bro,
cricket,
come on,
it
bro. Are
definitely
you?
change. No, it
No
does. It
way.
does because
That
you
doesn't.
have a lot
Yeah,
more
that's crazy. That's
changes.
just
No, it is
crazy.
not because you have a
So
lot more
what is the
changes to
difference?
make.
Is every player is
That is
performing
the
in
difference.
every
The difference is
format,
that
bro.
you have to
Like you
make a
can't
lot more
make it.
changes. There are a
Nah, bro.
lot
You're
more
making it.
calls to make, and a captain
It's
has
just.
to take a
It
lot more
is, bro.
decisions. It's
No,
not the same
that's
in T20
that's not
cricket.
true at all. That is literally not true
It
at all.
literally is.
There
By
is no
math
difference
and
between.
logic, it is true.
Bro, I'm
But
sorry.
okay.
There's no difference between a 50 over and a 20 over. 20 over is just more fast paced. But again, you're telling me 1 second ago, Dhoni's decision mattered a lot for CSK to win. Now you're saying you don't need to make decisions. It really doesn't matter. ODI, you make decisions, and T20, you don't make decisions. Don't play this game, bro. It's
I'm
literally
not playing
every
this game. I
decision and
literally told
every.
you Dhoni is the exception. I've literally said it.
How?
And
Why
and you're
is
doing
Dhoni
the
the.
same thing.
Bro, are you
I mean,
telling me
you don't
Dhoni's.
think about it, but okay.
Are you telling me Dhoni is the only captain who makes changes, who makes crucial decisions
No,
in
I
crucial
just think
moments?
to the extent that he has impacted the team through captaincy in T20 cricket, nobody else has. That's what I said, and you're not
And
getting
Rohit
it.
Sharma has, and other players have done it,
That's my
bro.
personal opinion, bro.
Fair
You
enough, it's a
can't
personal
keep
opinion. Okay.
saying
No,
Rohit
but
Sharma
no,
has,
no,
but
no, no,
like
no, no.
it's me. I have seen it with my eyes. What I see with my eyes, I'm going to tell you.
Okay,
You
fine. Even if bro, even if you're saying, Dhoni is the best T20 captain ever, you can't come and sit and tell me that in 50 overs, it's a different format and the captain matters there. In T20, it really doesn't matter because, at the end of the day, anyone can win it if you have a good
I'm
team.
never
Like, it
saying
just
anything
doesn't make
bloody,
sense.
bro. One
I'm
second.
sorry.
All I'm saying is in ODI cricket, it matters more. In Test cricket, it matters the most. It's because you have a lot more decisions, a lot more changes to make throughout the game.
And same thing in T20, Rahul.
That is not rocket science. It's simple logic.
No.
Okay, but
Test cricket, I agree, but what's the difference between ODI cricket and T20
bro, you
cricket?
have
Bro,
50
in
overs.
ODI
You
cricket,
make
you get
a
to play
lot
five
of
bowlers.
bowling
T20,
changes.
you
A lot of bowling changes. A lot
you
more
don't.
decisions
Like,
throughout the
it's
game. It's a
not.
longer
It's
game. It's simple. It's
It
simple
doesn't
math.
matter. It's the same
Okay, fine.
principle, bro. The same principle of captaining an
Okay,
ODI
guys, we're
team. Same
really
principle.
digressing. Fine. I don't want to like Chuma get into an argument over this. This makes no sense. But like, we'll go to Ajinkya Rahane, who's the other choice. Um, happy with that decision, boys?
I
KKR?
mean, for me, I don't know, bro. I think again, I'm a very strong believer of you have to move on from things like again, Rahane is on his end of his career. He doesn't play much T20 cricket. I don't. I think he had a great SMAT, etc. But again, top level cricket, if you're not playing at the highest level, and Rane has already been the captain of IPL before. Right? It's not like this. I think you captained KKR before. He captained Rajasthan before. It's not something new to him. It's the same fact, bro. Like if you're trying to build something for the future, why don't you have a captain that is going to come up? Like there's no point of having Rane this year. If he really doesn't work out, you might have to take him out mid-season. You might have to take him out next year, and again have to replace him. It's not like Rane is young. He's going to give you every game, and he's not going to be the best performer. The same thing happened with DK. The same thing happened with Owen Morgan with KKR. Like these guys were not pivotal players of the team, and if it didn't work out for them, they were just stripped out of the captaincy in the middle of the thing. I think it's going to happen the same way. Like as a franchise, if you know you've tried it, it's not worked. Like again, it's the same thing. You have to move on. Even though I'm a big fan of Rane, I think timing matters, and this is not the right for me at least. Maybe it's not the right time, but bro, you can always prove wrong. That's what sports is like. For me, I would have taken something for a new direction because you spend 23 crores on Venki Iyer. You're like, yeah, this guy's going to be the cornerstone of this franchise. I don't know why you don't try to give him captaincy and see what happens because he's the player who's going to be there for the next 5 6 years, not Rahane. So why not try with him and try to build something with him?
I think he is
Yeah.
the vice captain. So even like I think the long term plan is to him eventually take the reins. Probably like 1 year of 1 or 2 years of at best 2 years of
Yeah, but why delay
captaincy.
that, right? Like, if you can do that, then you can do it now also. Like, what's the reason for putting Rahane? Like, that's my point. Like, if you're already like believe like okay, Venki's Iyer is going to be my new captain in the next year. So why not just give him it now and like you're like it's okay, take the time, we'll support you through this. Like even if we come last, you're still going to be a captain.
Hmm.
Yeah. To me, yeah, like I said, like to me, it's not that big a deal. I don't mind Rahane taking over for a year, or even if it's two, doesn't really change much. Um, Venki Iyer, on the other hand, I don't know if he's captain MP. I have no clue,
He's
but
the vice captain of Madhya Pradesh.
yeah, so never captained them.
Patel is the captain.
Yeah, so he's never really captained them. And like, I guess, yeah, they probably wanted to go to somebody who has a bit of experience in captaincy. And that's probably why they've gone Rahane. Um, yeah, captain RR, captain India in Test cricket. So I think, yeah, that's probably why Rahane. We'll close it with Patti there because he's the other big one, the big call that has been made. Uh,
And Rishabh Pant, buddy.
Higher punt.
but Rishabh Pant, I think, kind of given, no? Like, who else would they go to?
That's true. I mean,
Why?
same with
Who else
pretty
would they?
much same with RCB also. No, who else other than
Yeah,
Virat?
RCB, if Virat denied captaincy, then there's no option. Like, you have to go to
Hmm.
somebody new, and
We
they're
never know
probably,
if he did or not, by the way. But
that's, I said if. So, if
if
Virat
that's
did,
all, we don't know. So
I'm just
rather
saying,
just
yeah, yeah. So, we obviously it is an assumption. If Virat did deny like captaincy, then there aren't too many options. And I think they've gone like the safest option, which is an Indian who you've retained. That means they see him as an important player who will probably play for the next 3 years and give them that little extra. So that's why probably Patidar. And I mean, this is I don't know, but there is also the thing that like from a language perspective, I think that's where captaincy is important in the sense that when you communicate with other Indian players, like it's a lot easier for an Indian to do it versus like an overseas player. And this is something that I've heard a lot of people say. So probably that is another reason they didn't want to go to like a foreign captain. And they went with Patidar. The other option was Yash Dayal, obviously, like from the three retainees. I think it makes sense.
just
Patidar.
Dayal as the captain now.
No, I'm just saying, like from the three retained players, if Virat said no, there you're looking at the two others, and then Virat. I mean,
You don't need that, right? Like Faf was never a retained player. Like when we made him the captain,
no,
he
I'm
was
saying for me, to me, logically, like what makes more sense is probably to go to Patidar.
really that's interesting.
Yes, because if Virat said
I
no,
mean,
then
who else?
you have
Okay,
no.
like in the auctions, who else is there who are potential captain material? Krunal Pandya.
No, that's my point. So like I again come back to the factors. You already know who you retain. You have to deliver that decision there itself. Talk to Virat, ask him, do you want the captaincy or not? Like it's so simple. If he says yes, yes. If he says no, okay, we're going to the auction, we're going to target our captain, get on a captain. It's as simple as that. I don't know if RCB was serious enough again. I don't know if they're serious enough to see, okay, what is the captain options out there? What can we do? Like if you knew like, okay, Virat's not going to be there, he's not doesn't want to be the captain. I don't know if for me, I really personally think RCB already made the decision that Patel is going to be the captain. Because if not, I think they would have gone to the auction saying, okay, we'll go get a captain or someone who we think can be a captain. Like you had options in the auction. Like you could have gone and gotten guys like Iyer, etc., who are proven winners, right? Like at the end of the day, even if you want to say punt, maybe like you could have seen him as an option of a captain. Like the point is, did they make the decision before or after? I don't know. And if it is only after, and they're like, okay, now we don't have any other captain in the team. Maybe Rajat Patil is the only guy because he's the only one who's been in the team apart from Virat. Then again, that is pretty bad squad planning in my opinion. Like you have 1 year to identify who can be the players who are going to come into the auction. You know who you can target. You know your purse before going to the auction. This is a conversation, bro. Like try to understand Virat wants to be the captain or not. If not, it's the club's decision. I don't know if it again me personally. I think they wanted Patrick to be a captain from the day one, but if not, then I think it's kind of bad squad management. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like even if it wasn't like for me personally, if it wasn't like a decision off the bat, I still don't mind it. But like yeah, let's go to the last one, Shreyas Iyer. Uh, what do you think of that?
For me, I think personally the best option out there. I already told, like I would have wanted him to come to RCB only for the factor of him potentially captaining RCB. He's already done it, bro. Like with Delhi, he took them to the first ever final ever as a franchise. With KKR, won them the IPL like after like what 10 years, etc. And yeah, I think he can do that with Punjab also if it comes down to it. I don't know if he will be able to win it, but if he can, I think he can take them towards playoffs, take them consistently towards maybe to the finals, etc., which they've not done at all, apart from one season. And I think that itself is a big step for a team like Punjab. And I think he could have been a difference for RCB. I think he was always my first go as a captain. But again, 27, 28 crores is a lot of money. 25 crores, right? If I'm not wrong. But I think he'll do well with Punjab. I hope so at least. Like we can see his captaincy show. And if he again wins or like gets them, doing well, I think like you can have conversations of him, trying to maybe be the next captain for India also because he's done it. He's done it, and I think it's proven that he can do it, and I think that matters a lot.
Yeah.
If again, like if he can take Punjab to success, I'm not saying it's just based off cricket. Like
Mm.
I think it adds to his credential if he can do something with Punjab.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just wrap it up with that. We've discussed some interesting captain picks. Uh, Again, the IPL is starting on the 22nd. For anybody who doesn't know, it's RCB KKR that will kick us off. It's a Sunday, no? Yeah, it's a Sunday. No, it's a Saturday. It's a
On
Saturday,
Saturday.
yeah.
Friday,
It's a Saturday. RCB KKR. So yeah, we'll do a little more build up, bro, to the IPL, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. But again, thanks everyone for watching. Please like and share the video, subscribe to Sports Kabri. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.